what you want to do. All the best. I just want to say that my friend Choudhary has been a lot of work for promoting sports, and I'm proud of him as a friend of mine that he does so much work on promoting sports. And I was very glad to be with all of you. I think those of you who have come from outside India, welcome all of you. And we have our champions here also playing. All the best to all of you.
So, Sashi, a draw in the penultimate round. Uh, is that with mixed feelings? That means that you may not be able to catch up Caruana now?
Okay, I mean, yeah, well, I mean, it's theoretically possible if Caruana loses today, but I don't see that'll happen. I mean, looking at his position. But okay, I mean, after a disastrous start, it was some kind of recovery. But today's game, I missed at some point knight f4, which could have secured me at least big advantage because I mean in pawns on queen side were broken and not so easy for him to defend. Instead, I put my knight on g3. I mean, I wanted to cover making with knight f1, but this was not the right idea, and he got counterplay with knight e5. And after this, maybe he has some chances. I mean, for instance, but it was very difficult to judge. We both felt his king was more weakened after f5, and then. This simplification with rook c5, bishop c5, e3 led to nothing here.
So, Paramarjan, any thoughts on a draw against Sashi?
Well, okay, I played a fairly solid game. I mean, it wasn't very exciting. He was slightly better after the opening, and I mean, he could have kept the advantage, I think, at some point, but knight g3 went wrong, and then a couple of accurate moves from my side, and I think there wasn't much else to the game.
You know, there was a win yesterday for you in the 8th round and a draw in the 9th. So, hopefully, a better result in the 10th also. So, would you say that the tournament at least is finishing on a more positive note for you?
Well, it doesn't really matter, I think, as far as the tournament goes. I mean, I'm not going to change much of my ranking. So, I mean, I just am playing the last game, just more like training games.
So, what would you say overall has been your experience in the tournament as such, now that it's almost coming to an end?
I guess a lot of things to learn or improve again, and yeah, that's it.
So, Victor, a nice bounce back after the 8th round defeat.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, this was quite decent game. I mean, the ending, I was under pressure a little bit because I misplayed in the middle game, but then the position was probably balanced and he suddenly blundered, and after rook takes d4 he can resign. No, after yesterday's game or after defeat against So, I lost all ambitions, so I just wanted to finish this tournament, and so I hadn't any expectation for today's game, but I wanted to just play and we'll see, and finally, yeah, I managed to win. It's nice, but it can't, I don't know, save the tournament. Yeah, the tournament is nothing special, but +1 is normal result, but nothing special.
Victor Lasnicha inflicted on Fabiano Caruana his first defeat of the inaugural AAI Grandmasters chess tournament. And that opened the door for Krishnan Shashikiran, who needs to beat Hao Yifan in the final round to secure a share of the top place. But for that, he will also need a little bit of help from Wesley So, who needs to beat Caruana in the final round.